Now all that I've got left to do is just put that thing back together. Okay. Let's get to work. Hey!
Hi, Cici. How are you doing today?
I'm okay. How about you? I'm good. It's been a really busy day today.
Oh, geez. Do you need to grab a bite to eat or anything like that?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I have a shake.
Alright. I think I'm ready to go.
Alright, the floor is yours.
Hi.
I've just been thinking about everything that I've done this year. I actually wrote down a list of everything that I accomplished. I traveled to Japan, which inspired me to apply to the JET program. I became a tea sommelier. My sister got married. That was like 6 months of work. I fell in love and out of love and back in love again. I didn't have a lot of time for my creative pursuits, but I cranked out some solid crochet projects and a couple of videos that performed really well. I think I want to focus more on that next year. Maybe take January off, take it as time to make content before I actually go full throttle into publishing videos next year.
It's good that you have your intentions set for the next year. Just make sure you don't make it too rigid. I know you tend to do that.
I know. Don't worry. I know. So today we are going to be doing some kintsugi, and just a little bit of background on kintsugi. Kintsugi comes from the Japanese wabi-sabi tradition, which is basically the idea that there is beauty in imperfection. Pieces from wabi-sabi are typically made with more natural media and or have a visibly handmade look. Kintsugi is relatively famous in popular media, and I feel like most people know what kintsugi is by now. I have used this specific kit before on this mug, which came in at the bookstore that I work at, and it broke, so I used this as a sample for the mug and the kintsugi kit. So I know how the kit works. It is relatively straightforward, and I feel like this turned out very well, especially with like the beehive sort of texture looking thing. I feel like it almost looks like dripping honey. This kit uses resin and a golden colored dust, which I'm guessing is probably not what they traditionally used in kintsugi. But it works well, it's stable. I don't know if it's microwave safe. I've not tried to use this in the microwave yet. So kintsugi will only take you so far in fixing your beloved items. Which of course it's only going to take you so far. Like the item has broken. It's not going to be the same item, but it looks sick as all hell. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
So, how do you feel about everything that you've accomplished this year?
Honestly, I feel a little dissatisfied. Like, it feels like all the things that I did don't actually mean anything. Like, I know logically that's not true, but, like, it feels like something's missing. Like, it's something that I've felt for a long time. Yeah.
Well, is there anything that you have tried that feels meaningful to you?
Performing, dancing, exercising, hanging out with friends. When I have a good partner, that makes me feel so good. Right, you broke up with your boyfriend last spring, right? Yeah, and how long were you two together again?
Oh, we were only together 5 months.
Oh, okay, so that's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
So, it's been a while since then. How are you feeling now?
Generally fine. I've moved on enough to start dating again, and the girl that I'm seeing right now is so wonderful. But sometimes I still do feel angry. Really angry. There were just a lot of moving parts in that relationship. It was weird dating a man for a change. And we had very different ideas about how we wanted our futures to go. That's what I always say. I'm sure I'll be embarrassed in a few years that I even let it entertain my mind. And something else that I realized is that the more time I spend angry about what happened, the less time that I have with the people that I love now. And the more time I spend ruminating about what could go wrong, the less time I have to enjoy what is going right. And there's a lot of things going right. I'm really happy about how my life is right now, and I want to be able to enjoy that. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like there's another crack, like, right in there. So it goes pretty far around the cup. Like, oh, I really need to wash this, but I almost want to break it so that I can actually, like, make it better. That was easy. Only gonna use another third of the tube, I think. And I was just, like, sitting there with her, and then I just, like, started crying. Oh, this smells horrible. Yeah, I just am not ready for my friends to leave, but I feel like they're leaving. And it just broke more. Do I even like making videos? It's a lot harder than I remember it being.
And I should be taking advantage of the fact that I'm a Nepo baby, right?
God, I wish I could just walk up to him sometimes and be like, I fucking knew you were using gay as an insult. Don't try and turn that around. Also, is it okay that I have my feet on the chair?
There's our girl. I don't know why she was so much harder to get right than the last one.
Well, have you considered trying medication? I've considered it. A lot of my hesitation about medication is that I know, or I think, a lot of my current problems are situational. So it seems like a little bit of a strange use of resources for something that's only temporary. Like, I don't have depression, don't have anxiety. Like, they're not long-term problems. It's just because of an acute situation. So I feel like I don't really need it when this passes. Well, a lot of people use medication the same way that you would use a cast for a broken arm. It's not meant to be something forever, just to start the healing process. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's nothing. It just feels a little different, I guess. All right, so we are back for attempt number 2. I have with me a razor blade, my cup, and I did end up getting myself some epoxy remover. This is what I found. Oh my gosh, my desk is a mess, hang on. So this is what I ended up going with. It says that it takes a few coats to get it off. So I think I'm gonna try and remove like the thicker areas, like you can see inside of the cup. There's a really thick area right there. So I'm gonna scrape that off with our little friend the razor right here, and then we are going to go in with the epoxy remover in a moment, either with this brush or with my handy dandy rag that I use for literally everything, including my face. So I'm gonna throw on some YouTube videos and get chipping away at that, hopefully without chipping the cup. So what goals do you have for this year? I think I want to focus on my mental health more. I guess I'm just a little bit nervous that it's gonna take over my entire life, or that my problems aren't really bad enough. Like, I have everything that I could possibly want in the world. But I realized that I'm not really living if I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. And this problem has been going on for a few years at this point. I can do better. Anything else? Yeah, I want to really figure out what's enjoyable for me creatively, and to also make my video process more intentional. Figure out quick videos, make that 2/3 of my content, and then the rest can be passion projects. But I don't really know. It's all a work in progress.
But you have to remember that your output really depends on how you're feeling.
Right, and that's why I need to focus on my mental health first, doing things that really make me feel fulfilled, because who cares about the rest if you're not happy?
All right, let's try and keep that in mind for next week.
Yes, I'll try. Thank you so much.
Of course, have a great rest of your day.